Hello metalheads, let's talk about metal and the legends, Iron Maiden. I just saw Iron Maiden in concert and I was like, okay, let's do a video about Iron Maiden. Let's make a top 20. And then I was checking all the songs and it's just impossible. I will do a top 30 at least to include more songs. So Iron Maiden are there since 1980 with the eponymous album with Paul Di'Anno, first two albums with him. They had a great run in the 80s, one of the best run in the metal history. And then, yes, Bruce and Adrian Smith quit. Adrian Smith after Seven Son, and then Bruce after Fear of the Dark. Blaze Bayley came in, and then they were back all together with Yannick Gers still in the band for the album Brave New World, and they are still all together. It's unbelievable. Heidi, he's really happy that I'm doing that, I guess. So, top 30, let's go with my number 30, The Wicker Man from Brave New World. Magnificent lead guitar by Adrian Smith. The jumpy chorus is just so good. Perfect for shows. They are not doing that song lately, but I hope they will bring it back. Okay, number 29, Wasted Years from Somewhere in Time. Yes, Somewhere in Time I think is the best album for the chorus. Best chorus of Iron Maiden. There's a lot that are on that album, and Brave New World is also really good in terms of chorus. Number 28, Murders in the Rue Morgue from the Killers album. Such a nice song. Love the punk attitude on that song. It's a bit repetitive, you will say, but at the same time it's always changing. The same riffs are coming back, but they are played for 10 seconds. So it's really good, great melodies. Next one, same album. That's my favorite song from Killers. It's Innocent Exile. Yeah, such a great song. So many great riffs in that song, great melodies. I love just the vibe of that song. So yes, it needs to be here. Number 26, The Clairvoyant. Beautiful lead guitar all over the track. Yes, it's a song from Seven Sons. All the fucking songs are great on that album. My worst song is Can I Play With Madness, and still live, it's a very efficient song. Number 25 is The Duelist. Anyway, the harmonies on guitar are so nice on this track. Great riffs all around. The middle section is so cool. A lot of new ideas in the middle, not just solos, riffs. And I love all the palm muted work that they are doing on guitar. Great track from the Power Slave album and really underrated. Yeah. Number 24, it's a classic, and you will be like, already The Trooper? Fuck you, man, that's my favorite track. I'm sorry for that, but The Trooper is coming right here, and there's so many great tracks. The Galloping Classic, yeah, always a highlight during the shows. Love the energy of Dickinson when he sings that song, that melody. Coming at number 23, Alexander the Great. Yeah, such an epic song for an epic guy, and it will be higher if will not the fact that I think the chorus is just a good chorus, but on that album every single chorus are so amazing that I think it falls flat a little bit. Still a good chorus, don't get me wrong, and it's a fabulous way to end that album with that closing track. I really love the middle section work, how it's building up, and live it was so great to finally hear that song. Thank you, Maiden, for finally playing that fucking song and 5 songs of Somewhere in Time. It was such a gift. Coming at number 22 is the song Revelations. Such a great track. I always like the vibe of this track. The tempo changes, wonderful bass lines here by Steve Harris. That melody after the main riff, that is like a caught up riff. The part after is just so fantastic. The little melody, the solo part. Oh man, I like how they accelerate the tempo and come back to a more slower tempo. I like the pace of this song. It's a great song live also. So, Revelation 22, 21, still live. I'm just always craving about that fucking riff, the main riff of Still Life. It begins with clean guitar, and they are playing that riff, and then the distortion kicked off, and it's that riff but a little bit different on distortion. It's just very simple but so addictive. Number 20, Rainmaker. Yes, the opening lead guitar riffs, the solo section, and that lead guitar they are playing after the solo section is just magnificent, memorable, unbelievably memorable. Hey, by the way, I was thinking about maybe doing an album ranking of Iron Maiden. Would you be interested if I'm doing that? Because it takes quite a lot of time. But if there's people interested in, just drop a comment and tell me if you want that, an album ranking of up to Iron Maiden. Okay, we are number 19 now, and it's The Mercenary. Yeah, how many great hooks can you put in one 4-minute tracks? And they answered back, yes. There's so many great riffs here, great leads. The chorus is so simple but so wonderful at the same time. The solo is purely amazing, melodic, and that lead guitar at the end, just such beautiful melodies like Iron Maiden is always doing. To number 18, and it's got Somewhere in Time. Really fast, catchy, powerful track. I love the fast drumming on that album. It's quite the fastest album in general, I will say. Nick McBrain is going faster than ever on that album, and I really like that. The instrumental break obviously is so good. They played it during the concert. I loved it. It was the opening track. What a way to start a concert. Come on. Got Somewhere in Time. So, let's go to number 17. And it's Out of the Silent Planet. I think, personally, it's one of those songs that is really underrated. That song stands out because it's a little bit, it's built different than a lot of Maiden songs. All the elements are there, the strong melodies, the intro, that repetitive licks is so good, and every vocal lines by Bruce Dickinson is just out of this world. I really like how addictive those parts are, and that's why I love that track so much. The next one, it's a big track, a big fucking long ass track, and I know a lot of people are taking that song to the first spot, or at least in the top 5. It's Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Sorry for you guys. To me, it's a marvelous song, but there's just other songs that I prefer. Yeah, that's just that. I think one of the thing that I not don't like, but I think the middle part, it's a little bit dragging. It's a little bit overlong. Number 15, from the first album. My favorite track of the first album is the Phantom of the Opera. Such an iconic track with the middle passage with the bass of Steve Harris, and then the tapping line is coming over it. At the time it was Dave Murray on guitar, but it was Dennis Stratton on lead guitar also. Such a beautiful track, and I think it's one of the tracks that stands out in the discography. The catalog is built differently, but with a lot of the Maiden elements that we all love. Number 14, we will get to Power Slave. And that's another track I know will be way higher to some of you. Push lyrics, and I like the mid-tempo riff that is really, army style, a little bit Egyptian feel, obviously. And yes, that's a great track. A lot of people will put that track higher. Not me, but it's not because it's not good. It's really good. The next track is, you will think, how crazy are you to put that track in front of Rime of the Ancient Mariners and Power Slave? Yes, I am like that, and my taste is Sea of Madness, one of the most underrated track. It's such a great chorus, one of the best chorus of Iron Maiden, I think. Listen to that track entirely and you'll see how a banger it is. All the riffs, the melodic part, and it's such a great upbeat song with a nice instrumental part also. Next track is a really popular one. It's called Ace's Eye. It's the opener of Power Slave. What a banger, seriously, one of the first track that I did love at first. It's a more aggressive. I think Bruce uses his more raspy voice, a lot of grit in that song. The riffs are very upbeat, upfront. The solo is crazy good. Yes, what a great opener to that perfect album almost. Yeah. So next it will be the track Passchendaele. Such a great, unique track. That song stands out from most of the catalog. It starts, it's that track, but it still feels like Iron Maiden all the way. It was difficult not to include that track in my top 10. A lot of variation in the tempos, a lot of memorable melodies, great singing by Bruce. The narrative is really nice. So it's really cool. Hey, if you're still here, maybe it's time to like that video. But if you don't like it, it happens. Top 10, yes. Déjà Vu. Do you know that song? I hope so. That's a great track, a wonderful, underrated gem. And I love everything about this one. Lyrics are great. I think it's one of the best solo of Iron Maiden. The leads are completely amazing. That's a really high tempo song, and yes, it's just so good. That's why it's in the top 10. Coming at number 9, The Prophecy. Such a beautifully written intro and also outro. In the middle, that's the nice chunk of great melodic leads, great solo, beautiful vocals by Bruce Dickinson, but it's not a slow song in any way. It's just the beginning and the end. And I think in that song they did a shorter version of what they will be doing a lot more in the future. They will start slowly, build up, there's a big development in the middle, and then they will slow the tempo at the end. So it's the shortest version of that kind of songwriting by Maiden, and it's so good. Coming at number 8, it's Hallowed Be Thy Name. Yes, this is a really anthemic song. The beginning is so powerful, and when that lead guitar starts, it's just so memorable. So many great hooks in that song, and I like the haunted vibe of the track, and that's why Cradle of Filth made a cover of it, I guess, and that version is fucking hot too. So I like to listen back to back the two versions of the song, the real one and the Cradle of Filth one. Coming at number 7, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, absolute roller coaster of a track. The last instrumental part, by the end, is probably the best solo section the band ever made. To me, it's purely magical and epic. What a way to finish that title track of that album. Really nice track with a lot of development. In the middle, there's a more quiet part like they did on Rime of the Ancient Mariner, but it's shorter and a little bit more interesting to my personal taste. That's why it's higher. Coming at number 6 to close that before the top 5, Fear of the Dark, one of the best track ever written for a live show. All the hooks are incredible. The fastest part is really nice too, especially live. It will make contrast with the slow part with the lighters. Yes, nice solo, great track. Coming at number 5, the final 5 songs. That one is The Evil That Men Do, one of the best Iron Maiden track to me, and most certainly one of the best hook they ever did. That melodic part, blah blah, it's so good. And that's the first track that I was hooked when I was like 8 or 9 years old. I didn't like that much the high-pitched Bruce Dickinson vocals, but when I heard that song, I was like, okay, he can sing like that also. So it opened my mind. I was hooked on other songs after liking that one. So I hope The Evil That Men Do that. That was my real introduction to the band, and I still like that song so much. Coming at number 4 is a special song to me, and it's a quite underrated song. Dreams of Mirror from Brave New World. I think it's a long track that starts without an intro. It's da 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 da. He starts singing right up front. And we are not used to that, because longer song of Iron Maiden, usually they will like develop with clean guitar at first, but that one is just let's go right off the gate, bang. There's so many hooks to die for in that song. The last part of the song with those new lead guitar and that solo is purely mind-blowing to me. So it's a long track, but with a lot of things going on, and the vocal lines are so memorable by Bruce. Coming at number 3, it's a song you will not expect to be there probably, but it's mine, and it's The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. I really like the lyrics by Bruce. There's a story behind that song. Probably the fastest Maiden song. I'd say that album is quite fast overall, but that one is just fast all the way through. Beautiful melodic line. There's so many lead guitar here. One of the best Maiden solo also. Everything is perfect about that song, and I just think a lot of Maiden fans just overlook that song. I don't know why, because it's so powerful. Up the start is just so great. Let's go at number 2 with the theatrical song Dance of Death. Purely magical song. There's an haunted vibe. It's a prolific track, I think, with that nice build up, and you just want more and more of that, and then they kick you in the face with that like folky lead guitar, and the instrumental break is one of the best of the band for sure. a lot of new lead guitar, a lot of solos. It's just beautiful. It's long, but it doesn't feel long at all. So that's why it's my second favorite track. What do you think is my favorite track of Iron Maiden? There's one big song missing. It's not a very popular song. It's deep cuts, I think. It's called Infinite Dreams. It's not an easy task to choose your favorite Iron Maiden song. It can change like in 2 weeks. But this track is, I think right now it's my favorite because I think it embodies everything that Maiden are in that track. All the elements that make the band so great are here. Great vocal lines, a lot of tempo changes, a lot of feelings in the song, awesome guitars, memorable leads, beautiful solo, and one of the best performances by Bruce Dickinson. So it's all packed in a 6-minute track. How can I ask more from them? So that's why it's my favorite track. Now, tell me, what's your list? Drop in the comment your list, at least top 5. You can do a top 5 real easy, really quick. Tell me. And I have another question for you if you're still there. What's the song in my list that you forgot about? So that will be all for this top 30 of Iron Maiden. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being around, for sticking around with me. Subscribe if you like that kind of content. There's a lot of different kind of content over here. I just do what I think is relevant and fun too. So, up the irons, wise for this one. Cheers!